So this is Alan West. I think he's at a university and he's talking to students at an American university. So that's always fun. And this video has gone very viral. I haven't actually seen it yet.
Do you identify as black? No, it's just...
No. The video didn't start like that. Are we in the upside down or something? I am flabbergasted at that question. Did you see what Alan West looks like? He's black, like black. He's old as well. He ain't one of the new age blacks. He's old school black. So do you identify as black? What? No, let me restart the clip. Let's give this girl a chance. Let's see what she has to say.
Do you identify as black? No, it's a serious question because you might not identify. Can you please put the mic? Thank you. Okay.
When I walked into the room,
I am not done with my question.
Whoa. Whoa. Aggressive.
Whoa.
She asked him a question. Why don't you let him answer the question?
God.
You said, do you identify as black? That's got a question mark on the end of it.
I wouldn't even if I was him, I wouldn't even let her finish speaking.
What a rude little shit. I am flabbergasted. They should just dismiss her.
I have no words.
What is wrong with the youth today? What has happened to them?
Oh my God.
First of all, what a dumb question to ask. Look at this guy's face. That's as black as you get, right? And he's old as well. He's old school black. Like I said, he ain't new age black. There's no confusion here. He's black. What a stupid question to ask. And on top of that, he tries to answer your question because you said, do you identify as black? The end of that sentence has a question mark on the end of it. If you wanted to say other things, you should have said them beforehand and then said, so do you identify as black?
Yeah.
You stupid little girl. What a moron.
Oh, young lady.
I'm just asking you to listen to me while
I'm about to answer the first question.
But I didn't finish my question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm black.
She's saying, I just want you to listen to me, but she asked him a question and didn't want to listen to him.
No, but as well, do you see the way he answered that question? She's saying, do you identify as black? He's not answered and said, yes, I identify as black. He said, I am black, because that's it. It's do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, you're black. Like, it's not... People use these these identities and stuff as if it's a personality, as if being black is a personality, as if being gay is a personality. It's not. Like, I have had people ask me, what do you identify as, when they find out my ethnicities, and I just tell them,
you can identify as different ethnicities these days. Yeah,
when they find out I'm mixed race, they're like, well, which one do you identify with? I'm like, bruv, I'm Mike. I'm just Mike. That's it. Like, my ethnicities are not a personality type.
They're not, and these are the ethnicities I am. That's it.
That's it. I don't identify with either. I'm a mixture of all of them. I don't identify as any of them. These people, you people that do this have lost your mind. You have lost touch with reality. This girl is one of the rudest little shit. She's irritated me. I'm not even the one being questioned.
Less than 9% of the people in this room are black, and we're all not here for you. Do you think there are racial inequalities in America? And how do you feel about Trump increasing both economic inequality and discrimination for people of color and LGBTQ people? What about violence against marginalized people in the United States? Can you talk about that?
She thinks she's slayed with that thing, the way...
What is wrong with you people?
I'm not even going to lie, I don't actually understand what she was asking.
I mean, these are things that affect Americans, but her line of questioning is with regards to Trump and marginalized communities and violence against those communities and those sort of things. It's not her question that is bothering me, it's the way she's asking the question.
Yeah.
You can ask a question, you can stand against Republicans and conservatives and their policies. That's all well and good. That's your right as an American. You know, you can exercise those rights as much as you want. And you can be a prick if you want, but I just don't get why she is being so aggressive. And we all know why she's asking if he identifies as black, right? Because Alan West as far as I'm aware, is a Republican. You ain't allowed to be a Republican if you're black. You have to be a Democrat. Otherwise, they see you as less. They don't see you as black because you can't think for yourself. You have to fall into a certain party. She didn't ask him if he identifies as black out of the blue. She's asking him that because he's probably a Trump supporter and you can't be black and support Trump, God forbid. We're all supposed to band together and be inclusive, but the minute you think differently, the people of the same color skin as you or sexual orientation, suddenly they don't want to talk to you. It's just nonsense. Her line of questioning is insulting on so many levels, and she's rude. She has no manners whatsoever.
Rude.
Well, the subject was about, national security and foreign policy, but I will tell you that I think in the minority community, in the black community, I think they're pretty happy that unemployment isn't at an all-time low in the United States of America for Hispanic and Black communities, and that's the truth. As a matter of fact, overall unemployment is an all-time low. So if you want to break the pay gap or racial inequality gap, the most important thing is my parents taught me, who were Black, born and raised down South, was about equality of opportunity and not equality of outcomes. I would challenge you to read the book by a Black man by the name of Booker T. Washington called Up From Slavery, okay?
That's funny, because W.E.B. Du Bois is much better at describing the racial inequalities in America that you are denying that happen now. And to say that, like, we are better and unemployment is down is dismissing the fact that a lot of LGBTQ people are in trouble right now because of your administration. And a lot of Black
I'm not
people,
in administration. I'm just a guy.
I mean,
here.
you are supporting the administration, though, aren't you?
I'm not speaking for the administration.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
unless
Sorry,
you were,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you
I'm
did
just a
say lot
private
of
citizen.
propaganda.
I'm just Joe Sixpack.
What a rude, fucking smug little brat.
I feel like it's the people that have these really different opinions to the majority that just have this aggression and frustration when they talk to people because
You just feel like what? Sorry, I blacked out from it. She made me so angry. I actually just stopped thinking for a moment.
so certain people who have these different opinions to the majority of people, i.e. her,
Yeah.
like they can't communicate peacefully, like they always come with this aggression because
They don't have a salient point to make. They're talking
Practically.
nonsense basically. He is observing something that is happening in the US. At the time of this video being recorded, unemployment was at an all-time low amongst Hispanic and Black communities, right? He's observing something that's happening. Whether or not Trump is in office, that was happening. For him to observe that and then her to say, well, you're supporting the administration, you're part of the administration. So what if, because Trump did something that was good, or he was present at a time when some good had happened to communities that needed help, he can't observe that reality, and that instantly makes him a Trump supporter. I don't even know if he is a Trump supporter. I don't really know much about Alan West. But as far as I can tell, he's just pointing out something that happened. Like, if you point out something that happened under the regime of somebody that you don't like, that doesn't make you a supporter of them. That means that you're observing reality, which is something this girl doesn't seem to have any grasp on whatsoever. If I was her parents watching this, I would be disgusted. What a hideous little creature.
is it because of her attitude that's
Yeah, her
bothering you
attitude
the most?
stinks.
Yeah.
I know people like this that talk
Oh,
with their
really?
hands and it's just like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're doing this to try and confuse me like it's Naruto hanjutsus. You're not making a good point. You're just waving your hands all over the place and speaking really loudly. The thing is, is that like I don't like engaging with people like that, so I often don't.
Yeah,
When they start
it's
doing that, I just
frustrating.
look at them because I'm like, I don't want to lower myself to have a conversation with somebody that can't sit still, as if they just pissed their nappy
Yeah.
because they want to get their point across.
But also, it's difficult to have an actual conversation with them because they're quite narrow-minded, and anything you say, they're not going to try and understand your point. They're just going to want to argue back to anything that you say.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
listening to understand. They're
Nah.
listening to fight. They're
Yeah.
listening to argue.
Yeah.
And again, because he's Black and he's not supporting the same things that she does, she's taken issue with that.
Yeah.
As if being Black instantly means that you must follow a certain quota of political thinking or social thinking. It's ridiculous. She's so annoying. He's handling it much better than I would.
Okay, I have a second question. I'm sorry for my tone. Previously, I was just frustrated.
That's okay. I have 2 daughters. They talk to me like that.
Thank you.
And she changed up her attitude now.
Somebody probably told her, you better act right before you get smacked right, sucker.
But I cut
Is-
them off with their allowance. Though.
Well, you don't have that ability here.
I know.
Get this little garbage piece of human. I don't even know what to call her. I am so disgusted at her attitude.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have that ability here. Why are they even holding the microphone to her anymore? She makes me sick.
It's
honestly.
giving these people that voice that they shouldn't have. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
No, they should be. This is a good thing. This is a good thing that there's a YouTube video of this smug little brat talking to one of her elders like that, who's not being rude to her, just has a difference of opinions. He hasn't been rude once.
Yeah.
This is good that this is out there. This is why we don't ban people, because now we can observe, because we all know people like this in real life. that talk like this.
Yeah.
She is the spokesperson for these morons, people that behave like this, not people that have a difference of opinions. That's fine. I have loads of friends that don't agree with me. We don't agree on certain things, but you don't speak to people like this when they're not being rude to you.
Yeah, 100%.
She wants to talk about policies and Donald Trump and racial inequality and all this stuff. You might want to fix your manners before you start worrying about Donald Trump. You ain't going to get nowhere in life behaving like that. All I can hear from this girl is entitlement and lack of discipline, complete lack of discipline.
It screams those things.
My question is about national security, because I do feel like the KKK and white nationalists are threats to black individuals in the United States. There have been multiple shootings recently within the last 10 years, and there have been an increase of violence against black people. And I wanted to know if you think that that's a national security issue and how you would address that.
Yeah, I think it's a national security issue right here in the south side of Chicago, where you have a combat zone going on, and Rahm Emanuel and everyone just seems to not care, or as well as in Baltimore or other places. And that's black on black crime. That's not KKK or whatever.
What about white on black crime? I'm sorry, but that's what I was asking.
Oh, okay. Well, then, have you ever heard of Margaret Sanger?
You can't just give one example.
Well, Margaret Sanger and the organization that she founded since 1973, almost 17 million unborn black babies have been murdered by that organization. I think that's something that we should really be concerned about. The fact that the United States government gives $568.7 million to an organization that was founded by a white supremacist, a racist, a person that spoke at Klan rallies, that referred to blacks as undesirables and weeds, I would join forces with you in a heartbeat to say that we need to cut off funding to an organization like that called Planned Parenthood. That 50... Well, I don't think we give taxpayer money to the Ku Klux Klan.
It's a terrorist organization
well,
that has not been targeted by the FBI.
Well, yeah, they have. The FBI goes after white supremacist organizations, but then I would ask you, why is it that nobody goes after Antifa? I mean, I think Antifa is also a domestic terrorist organization. I mean, look at what they have done at certain colleges and universities to prevent people from going out there and freely speaking. So let's call a ball and a strike. And so there are many organizations out there that we need to be targeting. But I will tell you, first and foremost, we shouldn't give $568.7 million to an organization like that. And if you do some research, I think between 50 to 55% of Planned Parenthood clinics are in black communities. That's a travesty.
She literally was just making herself look dumb.
Yeah, she made herself look stupid.
Yeah,
he made loads.
100%.
Like, you can disagree on his whole abortion argument if you want. It is true that most Planned Parenthoods are in black communities. There's multiple reasons for that. Overall, the policies and the disagreements, I'm not too interested in. Obviously, she's trying to paint it in a certain way. There is a lot of black on black crime in America that needs to be addressed, and I think that you need to clean the house in your own mess before you hope to clean the house outside, clean the mess outside. That's my opinion on it. I think the black community needs to clean their own messes up, stop killing each other, and then maybe we can look outside. Not to say there's not other problems outside, but the policies and all that aside, she is one of the rudest people I have ever witnessed talking to somebody that was not being rude to her. If that's how you're gonna treat people that have a difference of opinions to you, you should just sit down and shut up. If you can't put your point across without becoming an erratic, rabid dog, which is what she was, and condescending and insulting simply because he doesn't agree with your line of thinking, because he's not perpetuating the things that you might believe in, you should just sit down and shut up and completely reevaluate and look inwards first. I could disagree with someone all day about public policy, things that are put into power, but I will never disrespect them the way she has disrespected Alan West for having a difference of opinion.
It's like she thinks she did something there as well.
Yeah, I bet she did. I bet she's got her little cronies on Twitter telling her that she did a good job of speaking to him, but she didn't.
No.
And hopefully when she's an adult and she looks back on this and she sees what a rude little brat she was, that she won't teach their own children to behave in such a disgusting way. And I hope her parents saw that and disciplined her.
I just feel like people like that will never change or understand.
She's literally a year away from dyeing her hair pink. That's all I got to say about that.